Well, I started by saying that I was unimpressed by actors because of my parents, but I think if I had mentors, it would be my parents, because I thought back to them a lot and still think back to them. I remember that, I said the dinner table discussion was always about playwrights and performances and all these amazing things. And my dad was a professional actor. My mother, at a certain point, gave it up. And then my sister Tyne became a professional actor. And I arrived in New York after college, not knowing that you had to have a headshot and a resume. I mean, my parents talked all about the art, and they didn't tell me anything about what you do when your feet hit the pavement. I was clueless. But I thought back, actually, what you said reminded me of my dad. My dad always used to say to me, "You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him act." And I think that what he meant was that same thing, like nobody gives a shit, basically. Nobody cares. You don't have to do this. So if you're going to do it, make sure that it's, and back to the notes. If you're going to do it, make sure that it's something that you need to do. Because in my family, the theater in particular, not television or movies so much, the theater was our temple. That was our holy place. And that's why I got notes in the 4th grade, because they didn't want anyone going into that temple and fooling around. If you were there, you had to bring your best self, your most artistic self. And I remember my mom was so frustrating, but she was so astute. She would say things to me like, "Timmy, you know what you really need to do is a wonderful Broadway play." Right? This is when no one knew who I was. I was like, "Thanks, Mom. I'll get right on that." Or, "I have another idea for you, Timmy. How about a great movie?" I said, "Good, Mom. I'm just going to go out and do a really great movie right now." But she at one point said to me, it was actually walking from the theater, my Broadway debut, this play I did with Annette Bening called Coastal Disturbances. And we were walking from the theater to Sundance, where they have the traditional opening night party. And she very casually, as we were walking across, Broadway, turned to me in the middle of the street and she said, "You know what, honey? I think you're going to be better than your dad." And I almost fainted, because she had totally dedicated herself, once she had stopped acting herself, to my father's career. So that I think back to that moment a lot.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
The one thing I want to say about the Creative Coalition, and the one thing that we all have in common, is that we are dedicated to the arts because we want to tell stories. That's what actors do. They tell stories to people that speak the truth about the human condition, which we all share. And that's what art does. It tells us the truth about our lives, whether it's a painting that we see on a wall in a museum, it somehow speaks to us. And sharing our humanity with each other is everything. That is, without that, life is really not worth living. So please, tell your friends, tell your schools, tell their teachers, support the Creative Coalition and organizations like us. Oh, never mind, just support the Creative Coalition. I don't want to get into trouble, Rob. But thank you so much for being here, and keep helping us fight this good fight.